What's up, everyone? I hope you're all having a great day. Today, we're having some pretty interesting Ripple XRP news. It is impossible to know the future with absolute certainty, or at least the details of it. Nobody can predict if an economic slump will occur tomorrow, next week, or next year. But that doesn't rule out the possibility of a credible answer to the question, how likely is it that a market meltdown will occur in the next 12 months? Let's take a look at some of the reasons why it's more likely than you think, and more importantly, what you should do if it does happen. We've had a sell-off throughout the month that has pushed some major indexes down to the brink of a bear market territory. And with this happening, experts have been warning clients that the worst may be yet to come. By the way, guys, we have started our new giveaway. Don't forget to join in that. We will be giving away $1,000 to the first lucky winner, $500 to the second winner, and $250 to the third winner. You can check it out in the comment section below. That's where all the requirements are. Lucky winners are going to be announced on April 1st right here on Money Side. With that in mind, time now to roll that intro and get into all the juicy details of today's video. As always, welcome back to Money Side, your favorite crypto news channel. If you're new here, welcome to the XRP Army. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our daily crypto news updates. Now back to today's video, we might be looking at a 10% drop on major currencies in the coming weeks. There are no significant drop points, but all the same, it will have some impact. Besides that, we are seeing major developments continue to occur around foreclosures and bankruptcies. In a rapidly growing economy, some inflation is to be expected. However, the Consumer Price Index for all urban consumers increased by 6.2% in October, reaching a 31-year high. Inflation is an issue because it has the ability to reduce consumer and business purchasing power. Even while employees' incomes are increasing, increased rent and home costs, significantly higher energy prices, and even above-average food inflation could sap much of their purchasing power. If the next few inflation figures from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics come in at or over 6% over the previous 12-month period, the chances of this price index being temporary start to fade. That won't sit well with Wall Street. Another major trigger for the market crash would be the tone and action of the stock market. This will cause the market to plummet in the next couple of months. The central bank of the country has been extraordinarily accommodating throughout the last decade. This means that interest rates have been kept at or near historic lows, allowing growth stocks to borrow at low interest rates in order to recruit, acquire, and develop. To stimulate lending and trust in the housing market, the Fed has actively purchased long-term treasury bonds and mortgage-backed securities. However, with inflation on the rise, the Fed will be forced to hike interest rates and reduce its bond buying program. To put it gently, investors have been spoiled with record low lending rates for a long time. Guys, I've told you this time and time again that XRP is about to hit the moon whether we are on board or not. Jack the Rippler makes this very clear with his tweet, which says XRP reached $3.84 without use case in only 22 days back in 2018. What will happen when utility kicks in and central banks and institutions start using XRP as a bridge asset? $384 in 22 hours? Prepare for unrealistic things. Personally, I really don't think that that's that hard for XRP. This coin has the potential to even reach 6 digits in less than a month, which is a groundbreaking record. And I mean that. XRP has proven us wrong repeatedly by battling against the downward trend. Right now, it's on its road to recovery, and no one can stop it. This coin back in 2018 did the impossible by reaching all the way to $3 without any use cases. What do you think will happen now that it's actually a bridge asset? XRP is going to join both the crypto and the fiat worlds sooner rather than later, and when that happens, this coin will rule the crypto space. Granted, there's so much skepticism surrounding this coin thanks to the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, but that's not enough to slow this coin down. Ripple still has a strong fighting chance and is more likely to win the case because the SEC has become its own worst enemy by committing perjury, altering evidence, and even going to the extent of fabricating evidence. The funny thing is that all these events are happening in front of our eyes and everyone can see it. Speaking of which, John Deaton went on to Twitter to say that no reasonable person would believe that Gary Gensler and the SEC are doing is in the best interest of the investors and consumers. And that's true. The regulatory body seems to have an ulterior motive other than just pursuing Ripple for selling securities during its launch. I do believe the SEC is hiding their true motive, and that's why they keep dragging this court case out as long as possible. For one, chances are this was a plot to bring down the next big crypto in the market so that they could also invest in XRP. And when they are done, they'll settle this court case, and then the price of XRP will instantly go through the roof. I'm sure you can all agree with me that XRP is undergoing a lot of suppression. In a literal sense, there's a lot of good news happening around XRP, but the price doesn't seem to move a lot. Why? Suppression, duh. However, this suppression won't continue for too much longer. What's more, the suppression is building up the upward momentum for XRP. That's why I believe this crypto's price jump will likely happen overnight. So what are you waiting for? This is the perfect time to invest in XRP while it's still below the dollar mark, because once it's starting to move strongly, you won't be able to keep up. Time now to look at the numbers. We look at the XRP chart, and we are creating a long-term uptrend with higher and higher and higher lows on the 2-week chart. The stochastic RSI crossed into bullish, awaiting both lines to cross the 20 level. The RSI oversold on the 2-week chart, awaiting the RSI to cross the MA, that's the yellow line, still within the triangle. This type of triangle usually breaks to the upside 70% of the time. Now, time to take a look at Bitcoin. Lastly, based on the price action now, Bitcoin has established resistance around 45,000. While it is possible that the short-term structure is transitioning from bearish back to bullish until the higher high is in place, that's a push beyond 45,000, the current structure favors a retrace to 39.5 thousand, where a higher low can develop over the coming week. This higher low, followed by a specific candle reversal pattern, can offer a high probability swing trade long signal. That is one potential bullish scenario that I am waiting for. If the 39,500 support breaks instead, that would confirm the recent structure is either bearish or range-bound. A test of 35,000 down to 30,000 would be more reasonable to expect in this scenario. As always, do your own research and always trade safely, guys. Namaste. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. You can let us know what you think in the comment section below, and let's have a conversation. Thanks as always for watching. Don't forget to like this video, and please click on that subscribe button below. And be sure to turn on notifications so you get informed whenever we post our amazing content. Thanks again, and we will see you on the next Money Side.